I would probably at that point say stop, thank you, next, Bach, whatever else you have. And what I'll say to you, Pierre, is that you're obviously ready to play professionally. You've been playing professionally. So what actually can we add to this? And I tell you what I've noticed. You have put an enormous amount of energy and emphasis into the quality of your playing. You're fascinated and obsessed by quality. Intonation, sound, rhythm, all those things are in perfect order. What I believe you've not discarded, but perhaps not paid as much attention to, is love. What comes over is immense competence. And what they need, your colleagues in the section, many of whom are much younger, is more than, they need competence. They need to be relied on, somebody to rely on, but they need some purpose to be there. And Brahms provides it. This is a piece about love. How do I know? What's the sign at the beginning? Amabile. And what is amabile? Can you say amabile in Italian rather than in French? Amabile. Amabile. The Italians take a little more time than the French to say it. Amabile. They say amabile. Right? And there's another thing that this piece does, which is it's often played in 2 and it's written in 4. And I think if you felt it in 4, you might pull out more of that love and that warmth and that joy. And so let's see whether we can do that. Do you remember what the assignment was this week?
Yes, to look at people with shining eyes and...
No, wait. So we hand out an assignment every week for the orchestra. And it comes from Roz. How are we going to go on? Well, we're going to go on providing them. So the assignment this week is look into the eyes and spread joy. This is perfect for him, isn't that? Absolutely perfect. So did you have fun practicing that, or did you forget?
I did.
You thought about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thinking about it and doing it is, of course, completely different. Thinking about is what you do all the time brilliantly. I'm not worried about your thinking. I believe that we all, and I mean all, have what I call a direction of error. That's not the central home base of our life. It's the thing that we are a little bit careless about. And I think this may be your direction of error, to actually be that communicative person for everybody in your section. There are 16 young people who are depending for your capacity to give that love. Now look, Brahms helps. So let's just, instead of it doing it in 2, do it in 4, and let's see whether we pull out more. Do from the beginning. Can I give you a little bit more space too, because I'm in 4? You're following now. Wonderful. Do me a favor, come and speak to these people and say the same thing to them. Imagine this was your section, here from the beginning, yeah? Now, they're not here. They're here. Look at this, look at this, look, this one. She needs a little communication. Yeah, are you ready? Here. Your body language is about this, not about this. Imagine you didn't have a viola. Now do it. Yeah. That's all conducting is, you understand. It's playing without an instrument. That's all it is. That's what conducting is. So now treat your viola as your orchestra and conduct them amably, and she's going to give you lots of space. Here we go. It goes up and then goes up. Ooh, now. Now you play that. Who is doing that? Your fingers are doing that, or is your heart doing that? The sun comes out. Right? So the direction of error for you is you think you can create all the communication in life that you need only with your brain. And your brain is insufficient. We need the brain all the time. We need full out the heart. And the heart manifests itself through the body. The body is connected to the heart. The mind, independent, can do all sorts of amazing things. If you were paraplegic, you could do those things with your brain. But you can't do the full-out heart without the body. All right? And even the face. Now, you're a leader. Imagine if I conducted the Brahms. No. It has to be everywhere in there. So that's what's next for you. So what I need as my leader of the viola section is a full-out expressive person. This is your opportunity to develop that skill because you haven't felt it was an urgency. Because you're sitting in the middle of the section and nobody's interested in what you're expressing physically. In fact, in some orchestras, people are discouraged to actually express physically what they're doing. And in some contracts, it's actually written, do not express your love of music outwardly in your... And that's why orchestras look so bored. They're not actually bored, it's just they're told to be bored. So that's not the case in our orchestra. We want the opposite, all right? So would you go flat out in the opposite direction, use everything you have? Do you need your glasses to see?
No worries.
No, exactly, take them off. Okay. Because you've got people around you and you are... Now, this guy flew all the way from Kentucky to be led by you today. Okay, would you just pay attention? And in his regular life, he's a farmer. But he discovered this class and he said, this is where I want to be. In fact, he said, this is the only therapy I need, he said. So you're his therapy. Okay, here we go, from the beginning. Amabile, here. He came all the way to see you. You should come to see him. Okay, you don't need her. She's perfect. She'll be with you right here. But in 4, 3. Yeah. Can I ask you please not to look at your instrument when you're playing, because you know where the notes are. You don't know where the people are. You have to pull them in. All right, look at them. Here we go. Yes. Here he is. He came so far. He came so far. Why? To love. Now you got him. He's a conductor, you know that? Do you see what I mean? It's another kind of art. It's called communication. Now I'll tell you next week's assignment. Shall I tell you? Nobody knows next week's assignment. You're the first people to get it. Okay. Beginning of every rehearsal, they tune, and then we say, the assignment is, everybody, bring out the love in yourself, the people around you, and the music. That's the assignment, the whole week. Do you see how valuable that is for you? And a lot of the kids say, oh, well, yeah, that's Mr. Zander with his assignment. That has nothing to do with me. I'm a professional. They think it's not part of the training to be in this arena. But I think you know that it is. Otherwise, you wouldn't come all the way from New York to play in a youth orchestra. Great. Try one more time and give all the love, bring the love in yourself. And it's the love of the music, the love of the instrument, the love of the audience, the love of your capacity to communicate, the beauty of the music. There's so much to love. Even though there are many things that we despair about, Brahms saves us. Okay, go back to Dina, play it again, and give your heart away. And don't look at your instrument. What are you waiting for? There's a lot of waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting. You know, I once watched Rostropovich play the cello. He came out on stage and he went like this. He put his cello, he went ta-da-da-dee-da-da-da-dee-da-da. He couldn't wait until he bottom sat on the chair. So be in action. Good. Wonderful. Bravo. You have 4 hours on Saturday afternoon every week to practice being that, being a full-out leader, because the notes are no problem for you. Do you realize he already plays the notes perfectly, better than anybody else in the section, which is why he's the section leader. And do you know about emojis? Have you seen emojis? Practice them. Practice them, because they each have a face. I'm not saying you should go out and act the emojis. Be available physically to the drama of the music, and it will influence your playing. That's what I'm saying to you. And your intellect and your control and your brilliance is your worst enemy, or put another way, it's the direction of error. Inside is a fully expressive, gorgeous, giving, generous, loving human being, which is why she's decided to be with you. And she's a great teacher, right? Because she has all those qualities. So let me tell you, this is not talking to Pierre, this is talking to all of us. We all have ways in which we keep ourselves from being all that we can be. All of us, everyone. I call it the direction of error because it's a simple phrase, everybody can remember it, and we recognize it in other people without making them wrong, without in any way diminishing them, because we all have it. All human beings have it. All groups have it. Even all countries have it. That's another conversation. But we have ways in which we fall into habits and patterns and ways of being that are predictable. And what music teaches us is we don't have to stay there. We can be pulled out by Brahms. We can be pulled out by Mozart, by Tchaikovsky, by Handel, by all the great composers to teach us to be more fully aware and available as musicians. And if we get really good, we can be a conductor. Okay, well done, Pierre. Beautiful. Yeah. I want to say one more thing, add to that. I want to thank you for the effort you make in order to come up every week to be with this orchestra, because they're younger, they're less experienced, and it's also a wonderful opportunity for you, which you recognize. But I want to tell you, it's great for us that you do it. And so now there's say
It is my pleasure.
it's your pleasure. Yes, more than that, it's your opportunity to be developing that which you will not develop in the French National Orchestra in the middle of the viola section. They won't call on that. You'll call on that in leadership, and that's the difference between being a leader and being a follower, or being an ordinary person. I brought a few copies of this. I want to give this to you, because you came from Brazil to study leadership. This is the book that Roz wrote, the second book, the one we did together, The Art of Possibility. This is for you.
Thank you.
Right. Great. I recommend this book. It's fantastic, fantastic insights on life and leadership. Okay, great, wonderful. Thank you.